Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to talk about Aquarius Ascendant. How would be the year 2021 for Aquarius Ascendant people? If number 11 is written in the first house here, that means you are an Aquarius Ascendant person and this particular video is for you. Let's start. So here you can see I have written the transit of Jupiter. Okay. Now, before starting this video, I would like to say a very important thing, which I have been saying in all of my videos. Okay. Each and every chart is different. So your horoscope will tell you exactly what is going to happen in 2021. Now, this particular video is based on ascendant. Now you will be having a moon sign as well. So after this series of prediction on ascendants, I'll make a series of prediction on moon signs as well. So please check that video as well. And the most important thing is I've made one video which is named as Good Year, Bad Year, which is a yearly prediction technique which has been published earlier in my channel. This was completely based on Naadi astrology technique. Please open your chart and see that video where I have actually explained all the situations which may happen with you. Now, if I say that if you are an Aquarius ascendant, then this particular year would be great for you. But if you see on that video, that's no, there would be a transit of Jupiter on Rahu or Saturn or Mars or three of them. So I cannot say that, okay, it can be good, but I cannot say that in each and every way that would be a good year. So that video is very important. Please see that video, open your chart and match it accordingly. Okay. First, understand this. You can see the video on moon signs as well, which would be coming soon. You club these two videos and check the video of yearly prediction technique. Then you will come to a conclusion. Okay. Hope you are getting my point. See, there will be billions of people who will be having this Aquarius ascendant. Everybody's life cannot be same. Okay. So you have to check your personal chart. Let's start this video with Jupiter transit. You see, I have written here, currently Jupiter is in your 12th house with Saturn, creating a Nichbhang Raj Yoga on your 12th house because Saturn is its in own sign, which is Capricorn, okay, or Makar. Now this is your 12th house. You see, after April 5, 2021, Saturn will move to your Lagna or Ascendant, okay, and it will stay till September 14, 2021, and then again move back to the 12th house here, and after November 2021 it will again come here. Now you know the aspect of Jupiter, right? It is 579. Now we all know, or if you do not know also, please wait for some time. I'll make another video on double transit. Okay, what is double transit? Which is Jupiter and Saturn. Okay, in any particular year or any time, if a event is promised, that would be seen via the transit of these two planets. These two planets are very important. If you see carefully, I have not taken other five planets here. You can ask me why. Because these four planets, Rahu, Ketu, Saturn and Jupiter, these four planets having the maximum effects in our life. I'm not saying other five planets are not important. If you want to time an event, then every planet you have to look for, and especially moon. Why these four planets only? Because these four planets are the slowest moving planets in the solar system, and these can decide our future. Okay, so you have to understand these four planets very carefully. That's why I have taken only four planets, and as you know already, this is based on the ascendant. Okay, this is an overview. Now you know Jupiter's aspect, right? 579. When Jupiter is here, it is aspecting your fourth house. So Rahu is in your fourth house, but it is in control because Jupiter is aspecting. But after April 5, when Jupiter moves here on your Lagna, then Rahu will be free to act. Okay, so be careful about your mother or mother's health, or I can say your family matters. Okay, because fourth house is your own house, or you can say Sukhasthan or the comfort zone. In this 12th house, Saturn and Jupiter creating a Nijbhang Raj Yoga. That means it is possible. See, there is an effect of double transit on this house and this house. Why? Because Saturn and Jupiter both are sitting here, activating this particular house and this house. This is the house of profession as well. I know 10th house is the profession, we all know that, but 6th house is your house of service as well. So it is aspecting 6th house, sitting in the 12th house. It is possible that you may go to a foreign country at this time. And aspecting the 6th house, it means you can say that 12th lord creating a Nichvang Raja Yoga, aspecting 6th house, it can give some problem to your health, but it will be cured because it is creating a Viprit Raj Yoga in that sense. Okay, because it is in its own house. Now, you see Saturn's third aspect on your second house and the 10th aspect on your ninth house. One more interesting thing. So when Saturn aspecting here on your second house, so there would be some activities on your bank balance or on your family as well, because second house is your family and your bank balance as well, your earnings. Now Saturn is also aspecting your ninth house, 7, 8, 9, 10 on by its 10th aspect. It means that there would be some religious activities. There may be some religious activities on this year which is waiting for you. Now, if you see, watch carefully. When Jupiter transits here, it is again activating this house because then it will aspect your ninth house as well and your fifth house. And Saturn is already aspecting your ninth house. So, if you're expecting a childbirth, this is the time for your childbirth. Jupiter currently aspecting your fourth house, which is good. So you will get some comfort. And Jupiter is also aspecting your eighth house. Sitting on 12th, aspecting 8th house, it means that you have to go for some spiritual activity or sadhana, because 8th house is getting activated by Jupiter is not very good, but we say in astrology that whenever Jupiter aspects any particular house, it will give its blessing to that house. So you don't need to worry at all. Okay, but be careful, do spiritual sadhana. Okay, what you need to do, see, Rahu is in your fourth house. I said earlier, you can do Vishnu Sahasranama. I have published one video on Vishnu Sahasranama. You can check it out and you can do it every day, and that will negate any kind of bad effects. Okay, it's a very simple and very effective remedy for all your problems. Now, when Jupiter moves here, it will aspect your fifth house. So that would be a good point for in this period between April to September, when it would be here, Jupiter will be here aspecting your fifth house. So it is possible that at that particular time, the childbirth event will happen. And if you're a student, then it is a very good year for you. One more important thing, if you're expecting a marriage, when Jupiter is here, it will aspect your seventh house and it will make this thing happen. So marriage is also possible between this period. Now it depends on your chart. I've made few videos on marriage timings and job timings. You can check those videos as well. If you see that I have whatever I have mentioned over there, with it is matching with this particular point also, then you can be more sure of that event. Okay, like marriage or job, anything. Now Rahu is in your fourth house. It can disturb your uh, comfort zone, or it can create some mental issues. Okay, some pressure you will feel, especially between this period when Jupiter would not aspect Rahu, when Jupiter will be here on Aquarius between April to September and after November 20. So in that particular period, you can see that mental pressure coming. So to negate that, you have to do Vishnu Sahasranama. Currently, Ketu is in your 10th house. So be careful of your profession. You know, the professional field can get affected. Again, it is uh, completely depend on your chart, on your personal chart. But still, when Ketu is in 10th house, it can create some problems, okay, in your service area or professional area. Okay, we consider Ketu exalted in this house and Rahu exalted in this particular house, because I know some astrologers consider Rahu exalted in Gemini as well, but I consider Gemini and Taurus both. So there is a very good reason why Taurus is special sign of Rahu, because it has some special bonding with Venus. Okay, so please understand one thing: this is a house of moksha, this is a house of loss, this is a house of hospital as well. But you don't need to worry, because this is creating a Nijbhang Raj Yoga. Okay, you understand one thing: if you try to do some spiritual sadhana or meditation, okay, then it will do good for you. It's not a very bad house. Okay, it's a house of moksha. This house is getting activated. This particular house, the sixth house of enemy, sixth house of sickness, sixth house of service, sixth house of loans, these things are getting activated. So these particular houses are actually getting the extra effect. Why? It's the effect of double transit of Saturn and Jupiter. This house, and when Jupiter moves here, it will aspect, as I explained earlier, it will aspect 9th house, and Saturn is already aspecting. So this particular house in this period, okay, it's getting activated. Now, sitting on 12th Saturn looking at your 9th house, it can give some foreign journey as well, long distance journey as well. That is good. Okay, it may happen that there will be a ceremony on your house. Suppose I explained it on my other videos like ceremony or events. There is a video on in Hindi it is called Kab Kya Hoga, and in English I have made this as timing of events part 1. You can check that ceremony at your house. So if you see Sun and Mercury sitting here on your personal horoscope, and currently Saturn is transiting on this particular point, and when Jupiter is here, even Saturn is also enough, is aspecting this particular house where Sun and Mercury is sitting here or here, there may be a ceremony. Okay, I explained it on my other videos. So there will be more interesting researches and videos coming on my channel. Overall, this year would be good if you incline some time towards spiritualism. Okay, do meditation, do Vishnu Sahasranama, which would be very good for you. Especially 3 houses are getting the double transit effect, that is 12th, 6th and 9th house. So you know the results I have explained already. Stay tuned to my channel. Please do subscribe. If you like this video, put a like. See you in the next video. Take care. Goodbye.